Welcome back to Sports on Tap. I'm your host, James Lane, with my co-host, Kyle Johnson.
It's bobbing.
So today we're going to be talking about the Patriots preseason and how it's been going. Kyle, if you want to start off.
Bro, you really just jump into these things too.
Oh, what do you want me to?
Hey,
how was the weather? There's a hurricane coming. Go ahead. What do you got?
There's a hurricane coming. And his name is Muhammad Stevenson. No, and his name is John Cena.
Okay, so Raheem Stevenson, is that what we're starting with? That's what you started with?
All right, so we're talking Patriots Eagles today. Basically the takeaway from that game, two big things. We're going to be extremely boring.
So boring.
And the Eagles are horrendous.
They're garbage.
They are going to be probably one of the second, if not, they're going to be right down there with Houston, I think. They clearly had no playmakers. They had no pass rush.
Jalen Hurts also didn't play last night, though. Or the other night.
You think that's going to make that much of a difference, though?
I mean, his athleticism, he can extend plays. I think it will make somewhat of a difference. But we're more focusing on the Patriots.
I mean, Jalen Hurts was not getting that snap either. The Eagles, I don't think it's more so. I think Jalen Hurts is okay. I just think
oh no, I agree. The Eagles will not be good.
Offensive line, defense, they are just.
Devontae Smith has been looking good though.
Yeah, they're. Either way, I don't even
back
want
to
to
the
talk.
Patriots.
I was gonna say I don't even want to talk about the fucking Eagles. Yeah, Patriots look good. We're gonna be a boring football team. We have 4 legit running backs, which is surprising. Sony Michel,
catching out of the backfield.
Yeah, actually looks okay. I mean, this is one of the better preseasons I've seen out of him. But he realizes he's literally fighting for a spot right now. He's fighting for his life.
Well, yeah, 100% agreed. Like you said with running backs, Damian Harris, we've all been big fans of. We thought he ran really well. He ran hard. He was tough.
I think he's going to get a lot of this. I mean, he is getting the starting reps. I think he's going to end up being the starter week 1.
You know what? And I think starter for the Patriots at running back is very different. It's who gets the most carries. Stevenson, he has been blowing me away. First, I'm going to go over his stats. Game 1 of the preseason, 127 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had that big 91-yard rushing touchdown. That's awesome. Still big day. And then game 2, 66 yards, but 2 more touchdowns. It's not even so much the amount of yardage he gets. It's you watch him run the ball. The first guy isn't always taking him down.
No.
He runs so hard. He pushes the piles. And the great thing is his legs are never going to get tired because we have so many great running backs.
It's
above average running backs, I should say.
So this is actually, I know we did a fantasy sleeper whatever a couple weeks ago, and I agreed with Fahey's point on Damian Harris. We've actually looked good enough to the point where I'm like, it's clearly going to be a committee. J.J. Taylor has the juke of the preseason so far. I just showed you that one.
The spin move.
That's the juke of the preseason. We don't have the playmakers on the outside. Kendrick Bourne is okay. Nelson Aguilar is okay. N'Keal Harry looks like shit.
No true deep threats.
So we're going to be running, and then again we're going to run after that.
In between the numbers is going to be the Patriots' big thing.
Yeah, and another thing that I haven't seen, is we haven't done any running with Cam. None. We have yet to unleash that beast.
And I want to get on to Cam in a second, but I want to keep talking about the running backs.
That just adds a whole nother layer.
I know, exactly.
We're going, the difference level in the Eagles versus our team just as a whole, the 35-0, that goes to show that, we're actually a good football team this year. We have all the opt-outs back. We have all the signings.
Gilmore hasn't even played yet.
That's what I'm saying. 35-0 on an actual football team. I mean, there's
it's preseason, second stringers. There's still, I wouldn't solely base it off that, but you can tell
a lot of those players aren't going to make even the Eagles squad, and if you can't make the Eagles squad, you're probably not going to make anywhere.
But with the Patriots, the big thing, so I want to talk about Cam for a second. I don't really have stats because that's not what I want to look at. I mean, he went
7 for 8.
Which, he played very well, but it's not so because he didn't play a lot, so it's not. I don't want to look at the stats too much.
Yeah.
He just looks so much more comfortable. He's making better decisions. He's more comfortable in the pocket. He's knowing when to move. And like you said, he's not even running a lot, which is good because if Cam's going to play, which I think he will get the starting job week 1.
I think he deserves it.
He deserves it because, one, I'm seeing it on the field. He looks more comfortable. He looks better. And I don't want him to run it because that's when he's going to get hurt. I want him to it's great to have that option at
That's
that.
what I mean.
And that
just
athleticism.
have that in the bag.
You have some of the RPOs, things like that.
Yeah.
Or the options. But as a second option, because he's at the point where we saw it, he's going to get beat up. He's going to get hurt. Now, we do have Mac Jones as a backup, which is good. He's actually been looking very comfortable. You can see some flaws where he's making a handful of poor decisions. He still needs to learn the playbook. I think he looked comfortable too, though.
He looks great to the point where I'm like, I have no problem with you sitting and learning from Cam Newton, a former MVP, okay, a guy who clearly knows what he's doing in this league. And to like further the point on last year, like how much of an anomaly of a season last year was, there was COVID, so no preseason, no like getting together, and like they missed a whole thing of chemistry, basically, chemistry building. We had the bones of Julian Edelman for our receivers, almost like however many opt-outs, and we still went 7-9. You know what I mean? Like, and it got to the point halfway through the season where we're not even running like New England style offense last year.
No.
We're just trying to do anything that's going to win us games. So that was kind of like a scratch football team thrown together with like a scratch playbook to make whatever happened last year. This is going to be a lot more organized team. This is Bill's team right here. This isn't like a COVID depleted team. This is literally
another thing about the quarterbacks. Both of them look comfortable. I think they're going to sit Mac because, like you said, Cam's looking good enough where it's like, okay, we can start with him. We can trust him right now. Now, clearly, if everything goes wrong, he plays poorly, we're going to throw in.
He's going to have a short leash. Mac, it's fair.
Which is, I think it's fair, but I think he's showing he does deserve the starting job.
Yeah.
The thing with Mac, though, and, we were talking about it, he's a little more athletic than I thought. Running-wise, I also think he's shredded some pounds, because I always call him Doughboy, and he's still going to be Doughboy to me, but he looks a little leaner. Just like the way he moves around the pocket, he extended a couple plays, and the thing that's really been hurting him is not himself. The Patriots don't throw deep a lot, but the few times I've seen him throw, I'm like, these are on the money, basically, and the receivers are just dropping them. It's not a deep ball team.
It is what it is.
But that shows me promise for the future.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, this kid actually can throw deep and he's accurate.
Well,
now just get him somebody that can catch a deep ball.
Yeah.
Clearly that's not this season problem. That's going to be a future down the line. But it gives me confidence in the future down the line with this kid.
If somebody's open, it's one of those things like just make the right read. That's all I'm asking at a quarterback.
Oh, well, yes, and I agree with that. But I'm just saying sometimes it's nice. It's just nice to know you have that option in this kid.
Yeah.
But Cam Newton, he like I've been saying, he looks comfortable. He's making the right decisions. Now, it was against the Eagles. They're known to have a bad secondary.
He looked good game one, too.
He did.
His first drive.
My big thing is he just looked comfortable, like he knows the playbook, like he knows what he's looking for. And like you said, he has actual weapons. Not elite weapons. I mean, the tight ends are good, but they've also been hurt.
Yeah.
But New England went out and said, hey, we're going to get a bunch of number 2 wide receivers. Something that you can work with.
Yeah.
We don't have a Julio Jones. We don't have a Devontae Adams. It's nice to have options, though.
Whoever's at quarterback this year, it's all we're going to be asking them to do is just minimize their mistakes. I look at the quarterbacks for New England almost like playing around a golf, kind of, because, even if whatever it is, like you hit a bad shot, whatever, it's like make up for it, minimize the mistakes. That's the whole point of golf, is just minimizing it throughout the entire round. So I think that's all they're going to be asking the quarterbacks to do is just all season. Don't throw interceptions. Make decent reads. Don't try to be a hero. We're going to run the ball down everybody's throat. Like I cannot stress this enough. We are going to probably be giving, 30 or 40 carries to the running backs every game? Probably 30 or 40 carries.
We didn't even talk about James White. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like,
he hasn't even played, has he?
I don't think so. Because
we don't need him to. He's going to be he's one of the best receiving backs in the NFL.
Exactly.
It is what it is.
They just have so much depth at running back.
We have 4 legit running backs.
Which is
J.J. Taylor. I almost don't want to cut him.
That's the thing. Brandon Bolden's probably going to get cut because he's just a special teamer.
Thank the fucking Lord.
I'm just saying.
I hate Brandon Bolden.
He's only on the team because of special teams.
I know he is, but he drives me up a fucking wall.
But it's like, who do you cut? Because do you cut Sony? Who actually? It's like, well, okay.
Sony's fighting for his
life
actually right now.
like
he's actually
you can actually see improvement in Sony. You're not going to cut Stevenson, who's been playing well, and he's on a rookie deal. You're clearly not going to cut James White because, well, he's the proven veteran, and I mean that dude
Great
steps
leader,
up.
Super Bowl MVP.
Exactly.
But he
was a runner-up, but J.J. Taylor has been playing well. But it's like, who do you cut in that situation? Because you can't have 7 running backs.
I almost don't cut anybody.
It's
because we have 2 power backs, we have 2 receiving backs. Sony Michel's kind of a.
Sony Michel's. I think that you could see.
He might be the odd man out. He really might. I mean, he had that good play the other day, but something about like just watching him move, like even when he hits the line, like the difference between like Stevenson and Harris versus Sony Michel, like with the like you said with the first guy, Sony, I don't.
It's like they read the offensive line blocking better, in a way.
Maybe
if they're not as hesitant, but they make the smarter moves. They're more jittery. I know what you mean.
They're harder to take down. Sony Michel, sometimes watching him go, it's like watching. I almost compare him to like Dirk Nowitzki. Like his moves are very slow. Like it's not like he runs fast in a straight line. Like when you get him going,
he's been doing a little better this preseason. I've been seeing it a little more.
He had that one good. He had that one. It was like a catch out of the backfield.
Yeah,
with the stop and then hit him with.
That was a great play.
It was a great play. But even watching him do that, it looked clunky. Like sometimes when you watch people, like if that was Devontae Smith, I mean he's also faster, but like
and he's also a better route runner.
Yeah,
and all that.
But like you look at somebody like that, he's hitting that hard. He's staying balanced. Sony's he looks like his body's going, and then his feet's trying to play catch up the whole time. I don't know. So like,
last point I want to make is, like I said, when we were talking about fantasy sleepers, Patriots defense is going to be legit.
Oh yeah,
Gilmore's not even playing. J.C. Jackson's been playing well. Kyle Duggar almost had a pick.
Kyle Duggar's
Judon is going to be an absolute force on the pass rush. It's going to be Kyle Van Noy's playing well again because he fits in this system. I don't think Kyle Van Noy's elite, but I think
starters back.
It's amazing.
The people who were starting last year, it almost feels like last year was one big trial run. So like a lot of the rookie linebackers, like Josh Urich, I forget his name.
I don't know how to pronounce it, but I know he's from Michigan.
Yeah. He's gonna get sub reps rather than actually having to be like the guy. So now he actually gets to learn.
Didn't he get hurt, or I could be thinking of someone else?
He might have. I don't know.
But when he comes back, he doesn't. There's not as much wear and tear on the body.
Well, it's not to mention. So if you look at last year in like a glass bubble, it's almost like he had one big preseason to really get under everything. And now it's like, okay, get back in the seat, learn how to learn from guys like Van Noy, Hightower, the whole nine. And now it gives him a better opportunity to come back and actually be a good, contributing role player for us, or a good who knows, he could be really good. I
think the big what if with this team is the quarterback play, because I think
even that though we've been very consistent.
And the only thing is I try not to get too excited with preseason because
preseason.
Who are they doing up against? Are they going up against second stringers? Did their starters play? Things like that.
Well, Cam's look good against number ones.
Yes. And he looks very comfortable. That's the big thing, is he looks comfortable. He doesn't look like he's rushing anything. The offensive line's also better this year. Everything on this team, I would say, has improved, besides quarterback, because I guess you could say it improved because we have Mac.
It is absolutely improved.
It's improved. The team as a whole is improved because you're getting everyone back, this and that. They spent money in free agency. Our tight ends are hurt, so wait until they come back. I think the Patriots could be fighting for the division.
Yeah. I mean, I look at us. I think the Bills are better all around.
I do too. I still think they win the division.
But I don't think that gap is really that big. I just think Josh Allen's really, really good. I think he could be in MVP race this year. I think Josh Allen, like I said, they have better playmakers on the edge, clearly. Sanders, Diggs, Beasley is what it is. And then they have a good defense, Bills. Good defense. I actually think we have a better defense, not going to lie. I really do. Our secondary is going to be probably the best in the league. There's nobody who's
top three.
There's nobody who's going to be able to shut down opposing wide receivers, opposing weapons the way we're going to, especially if Gilmore plays like he did last year.
And J.C. Jackson's only getting better.
The other Jones, I forget his first name, Jones. What is his? He's like the slot corner we have.
I can't remember.
He's actually really good. Duggar, another guy, playing out of his mind. Patriots are going to be a good football team. So.
It's going to be exciting. I think they're going to make playoffs this year. Whether it's wild card or win the division, I think it's going to be a wild card. I still think the Bills win the division.
Did you see the schedule? We have 4 automatic wins. 2 against the Jets, 1 against Houston. What was the other one? Jacksonville, probably.
Yeah. I'm...
So that's 4 wins.
It's exciting because
there.
they're going to be a good team again.
Yeah.
I don't think they're Super Bowl contenders.
If we win the division, I'm going to be ecstatic.
That's a win for the season. That would be a win for the season.
Yeah.
For the season.
And actually, so now, just a little hypothetical, just before we wrap this up. Say Cam balls out for 4,200 yards and 30 touchdowns. You keep him?
It depends, because I think people are going to...
I absolutely do.
I think they'd sign him to a short-term contract because you still know Mac is the future.
Yeah.
It's just an age thing. Purely an age thing.
But I love giving Mac the reps behind somebody
No reason to rush.
That.
No reason.
Don't forget, Patrick Mahomes sat behind Alex Smith before he got his
Aaron
shot. Everyone knew.
Aaron Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre. Like, it's these things.
We'll see how Jordan Love does. But just keep that.
Aaron Rodgers is on his senior year with Green Bay.
Total hype. If fucking Jordan Love balls out immediately, they're going to have gone from Brett Favre.
Oh, no, I know.
Seamlessly into Aaron Rodgers. And then I'm not going to say seamlessly, but basically seamlessly into Jordan Love. Packers, just like the Steelers.
And they'd have 2 Super Bowls out of it.
Yeah. Well, that's
Jordan, but
they have other problems. But as far as if the Steelers can draft wide receivers, they can clearly draft quarterbacks.
Yeah, no, but I'm excited for the Patriots this year because they're going to have legit games. They're going to be able to fight against better teams. I'm not saying they're going to win all the against better teams, but they will compete.
Dude, bottom
they
floor for us is 4
compete.
wins. That's the absolute bottom of the barrel.
No, I see them having a winning season this year.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just saying those 4 teams or whatever, we're going to beat them regardless. We could be fucking having the worst season
Zach Wilson,
ever. Homie,
he's gonna be running for his life.
Incompetent franchises do incompetent. They don't.
Zach Wilson's gonna be running for his life.
There's no talent around that man.
I know.
If I was the Jets, I wouldn't even play Zach Wilson. I'd be like, listen, we are going to fucking put you in a bubble. Don't get COVID. Don't fucking get hit. Just stay, learn. We're gonna send Joe Flacco out. Let him just die.
He's actually with the Eagles now.
Oh shit! No, that was who's their backup then?
No idea.
They're fucked. They're so fucked.
Gone forever.
Not gonna finish that.
Thanks for joining us. If you like what we're doing, we do have a merch store. The link will be down in the description. Also, if you like what we're doing, please like, share, and follow.